Hello crew, hello friends, how's everyone doing? Welcome to another stream. I feel like I haven't done this in so long that I don't remember anything, so we're going to figure it out as we go along. But we're here to have some fun. Clement's already in the chat. How's it going, man? How you doing? Tell me how you guys have been. Here we are. So today, again, it's not going to be a very, very long stream. We are flying, hopefully you got the information on the screen there. We're flying from Zurich to Nice. So it should be a nice scenic flight. We're flying with Swiss, which is really cool. Now I just have to get used to using this equipment at home again. Hopefully everything works. I don't know. We will find out. I've had a very, very busy couple of weeks. The biggest news is that I released my first proper long form YouTube video, which is doing surprisingly well. People seem to enjoy the challenge, and here we are back at home, trying to get used to using a screen again, and it's tough. It really is tough. So we're going to jump straight into it here. Some of the stuff is already set up here. Just going to set up our departure and our arrival. So we're departing Zurich from runway 16, and we're departing via the Vebi 1 Tango. Departure, we put that in there. And then let's put in our destination data as well. I'm not on VATSIM yet. I will be soon. So at the moment, we're just assuming we're cleared for everything. We're able to do whatever we want to do. Nice, we're landing at runway 04 left. So we're just going to put that in there. Actually, let's go back. Let's... no, 1 second. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Let's go... What are we doing? Can we clear? Can we just cancel? Can we just cancel all this, please? Erase. Let's try again. So our arrival is 04 left. We're going to go with Zulu. Via the board 8 Romeo. There we go. That should bring us nicely into our destination. So... let's just flick this to plan and then go through everything. Make sure it looks good. It makes sense. Let's go with 10. That's fine. We'll just walk through. So basically we're doing a big U-turn. That's fine. That looked a bit funky. What was that? Let's give ourselves a bit more of a better view here. Just need to figure out what this is. Okay, well, and then left and then right turn. That's going to be a bit interesting. But then it takes us all the way down, and then big right turn there. Okay, we have a discontinuity here, so we're going to remove manual, and we're going to remove the discontinuity from here as well. When I did my YouTube video and I actually had to use a proper MCDU, click the buttons, it felt so surreal, so crazy, because I'm used to just clicking a mouse. And yeah, simming at home like this is nothing like being in a real flight deck. But I mean, it gives you skills. It gives you some skills, and that's what I'm taking away from it. Okay, let's go back a little bit just to make sure this makes sense. Bit of a interesting one there, and then straight into the runway. Okay, I am happy with that. If any of you guys saw the video, feel free to ask any questions. There's some other core content that's coming soon, so if you haven't already, definitely please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you double tap that screen and like this video as well. It really helps the stream and the channel. Helps me make more content, some cool content. So everything's looking okay so far. Right, we've got that set up. Honestly, I feel like I've forgotten everything. IRS is going to align any second now. So, we've got our cool flight director checklist here, the A320 checklist. If any of you guys want this checklist, you can get it for free in the link in my bio, in my YouTube channel. And you know what I realized? I did not change the title of this stream. So we're flying from Zurich to we're flying to Nice. We're gonna keep it like that. It's a little bit deceiving if I don't change it, so we should probably change that, right? From Zurich, which is LSZH, to Nice, which is LFMN. We'll be flying the Swiss. An X-Plane 12. Now, we're not using real time because everything is quite dark. It's nighttime in Europe. So I've gone like rewinded back a few hours. Okay, that's good. So let's crack on with a couple of checks here. So cockpit preparation. We've got gear pins and covers have been removed. Fuel quantity hopefully has been set, but we're just going to double check this stuff. So we have my sim brief closed. 178 passengers on board. Our total fuel that we're going to use is 7,371 kilograms. 371. That should be fine. Okay, the rest is okay. Altitude is going to be 38,000 feet, which is cool. Cost index of 60. Okay, it's a little bit high, but that's fine. All is good. I'm happy with that. So fuel's on board. We're going to go ahead and put the fasten seatbelt signs on, and I'm going to turn on the APU. Okay. Awesome stuff. So fuel quantity set, seatbelts are on, ADIRs are all set to nav. Now baro ref currently in Zurich, it is 1012. It should now, hopefully, yeah, that's all been set. Okay, that's all good. So once the APU's up and running, we'll get our takeoff speeds and thrust all set. Let's see here what's going on. We don't have any drop frames yet. Let's hope the simulator's not going to crash on me, because it does sometimes. APU bleed can go on. APU's available. Let's turn off external power. Okay, awesome. I'm happy with that. External power off. Chocks can also come off. Let's go ahead and turn on the beacon light as well. Hopefully okay, maybe not. The jetway should be coming off. Should be detaching. Right, takeoff speeds and thrust. That's the next thing we're going to do. GPS primary. Fine, no problem at all. Performance. So, takeoff data. Now, this is the good thing about simming at home. We can just request the data as per the sim brief information. Whereas, yeah, in the when I did that video, that latest video, we have to like put all the information in. Pretty much, we have to calculate it on an iPad and then put it in, which is what obviously real pilots would do. Takeoff data. We want flex takeoff. We're going to insert that. Now we've got our V speeds, which is really cool. Our V1 speed 152, rotate speed 152, and V2 at 154. That is good to go. So basically now if we look at our before start checklist, parking brake is currently set, takeoff speeds and thrust are set, windows are closed, and let's, whoa, that's a weird angle. Let's lock the cockpit door. And the beacon is on. So basically, we're good to go. We're good to go. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. Something is inevitably going to go horribly wrong. Cool livery though, I like that livery. And I wonder if... No, the inside's not done. Oh, yes it is. Swiss. I feel like the seats should be a different colour though. Okay, so we are departing from runway 16, so we're going to swing the nose out to the right. And then it's not that long of a taxi.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Thank you very much, sir. So our before start checklist is also complete, so we will do our after start checklist in a bit. Good job I got checklist, because trying to remember to do all of this without a checklist, no way. No way. I'm flying to Greece first thing tomorrow morning, so I need to get an early night. I hope it's hopefully we won't have any go-rounds or anything to make the stream longer. We shall see. Right, push back. Let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Show me where you want to go.
Yes, this is where I want to go, sir. Gonna go that way, swing the nose out to the right. Looks good to me.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I shall indeed release the parking brake. That's all. Just make sure.
And you may start the engines.
Oh man, compared to like the real, like pretty much real flight deck I was in last week, this just feels like a toy. It's crazy. Okay. Right, we are pushing back. At least we've got cool views in this sim here. We've got that. We've got that view. I love that view. Let's start with the engines. We're gonna start with awesome. Start with engine number 1. Let's check here. 27 degrees currently, so we're good. Engine number 1 is starting. I'm relying on the checklist so much because I'll forget everything if I don't. After start is next. Okay, that's fine. We're going to do a 2-engine taxi because it's just simpler, I feel. So here we are in Zurich. We're going to leave Zurich and we're going to be on our way to Nice. Hopefully it's going to be quite scenic. When we come in to land at Nice, we're basically like hovering over the water, and then the runway is like basically on the beach. So that should be a nice landing, hopefully. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. It really helps the stream. It helps the channel grow, which is very helpful. And I can work on making some really cool aviation content for you guys. Okay, that's fine. So we don't need... Yeah, I'll leave it on 10 for now. Okay, where are we at? Go with engine number 1. I'm not wearing headphones today. Normally I would wear headphones. I've just got the speakers really low. Right, any cabin announcements here that we can enjoy?
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Yes, sir. Right, I missed like 3 announcements.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
Let's go with this one. No, they're definitely already on board. I'm not waiting for any passengers now. Don't lie to our passengers, please. How sad would it be if you're a passenger, you're running late, and then you get to the gate and all you see is like, you're at the gate here, running, and all you see is that. Your plane's already pushed back. Your heart must sink like, oh no. That would suck. That would suck. Parking brake is set. Engines are coming alive.
I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. That's done. Excellent. We can go there. We don't want to miss this guy's hand signal. It's hilarious. After start checks, let's do them. So, okay, wait. We have to see. We have to see this hand signal. This guy's a legend. Come on, buddy. Look at that. He's happy. He's loving life. After start, anti-ice is not required because we're at 27 degrees. No, that's definitely not required. Ecam status is checked. We're going to finish these bits as we taxi. Seatbelts, no smoking, that's good. Pitch trim. Or pitch trimp, as my checklist says. I need to fix that typo. After start, so pitch trim. So we're going to go into performance here. Takeoff daytime. We're at 29.5 is what our trim should be set at. So that's about there. Rudder trim is neutral. Also got it neutral here. So after start checks are complete. So taxi checks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my checks now. So flight control checks. We'll do them now. So we've got full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full forward, neutral and full aft, neutral. Rudder pedals, we've got full left, neutral, full right, neutral-ish. Okay, flight control checks are done. Flaps, just double checking here. Our departure flaps 1 is what departure is, so we're going to go ahead and set flaps to 1. Radar PWS, we'll get that set up now. System 2, we'll put that to auto. Engine mode select is normal. Ecam memo we will do as we taxi. Let's put max auto brakes. So let's start taxiing, shall we? Lights, we've got taxi lights, that's all we need for now. Driver beacon, okay. No weird lights shouting at us, so we should be good to go. Now we no longer need the APU, so we can turn that off. Let's start our taxi. For those of you who don't know, I'm on X-Plane 12 on a Mac Mini. This is my computer here. Tiny little beast of a machine. It has been known to crash on me sometimes while I'm trying to sim. So it's powerful, but I think I probably, with my use, probably melted its insides, but it's somehow still working for now. Departing from there. Okay, spoilers, we can set those. When I get my gaming PC and I can start getting hardware that is more compatible with PC, because not many things are compatible with Mac. I'll be able to add more things and actually have more physical hardware, more panels, which will help the immersion a little bit. And also, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with streams, whether I'm going to keep them on YouTube or move over to Twitch. I don't know yet. What I do know is that the Flight Director channel on YouTube is, I've got big plans for it. I've already got things booked in for like really cool types of content, taking my sim knowledge and skills, taking them out to the real world. So that's kind of the direction that I'm taking the channel into. In other words, just really cool content that hopefully many of you guys will enjoy. So yeah, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the streams. Right, so far so good. We're taxiing at 14 knots. Looking good so far. A little bit slow, to be fair. We can go a bit faster. There we go. We got places to be. Let's pick it up. Good job I've got the airport information on my iPad, otherwise I would not have a clue where I'm going. 28 knot, 29, that should be fine. That should be good. Yeah, boy, now we're taxiing. Look at that. It's a proper taxi speed. I've only got the default. I mean, I have a few like additional plugins and things, third-party things for X-Plane. This is a default airport. I've got like pretty much default scenery, so everything, all the houses look the same, which is a bit annoying. I just don't know how much more the Mac can take, so I'm not overloading it with plugins. I'm just trying to pick the ones that seem to be the most valuable. No dropped frames, everything seems to be good. Alrighty. Okay. No, wrong button, man. I miss having two crew, like two people, and you guys can you can share responsibilities. When you're simming at home, there's so much to do. But with Microsoft, I've seen with Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can actually have a co-pilot. So you can have a first officer, which will help with all the checklists, and I think that is epic. Cannot wait for that when I move to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's going to be one of the first things I think I'm going to end up doing. Right, we're going to stop for a second here. We'll set the parking brake. We have informed the cabin. Let's see a takeoff config. We seem to be good to go. So let's turn on our lights. On, takeoff. That's good. I'm gonna just set the chrono from now. Wow, I've forgotten even where things are located. Damn. Let's go. Here we are, off to Nice. Flying from Zurich to Nice. Alright, let's see what this takeoff's going to be like. I feel like I've forgotten everything. Okay, let's see. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Alright, take it easy. Take it easy. And please don't crash on me. It's always like when my sim decides to crash, like the software, not the plane, it always does it on a critical moment on like takeoff or landing. Okay, let's go. Stabilize engines. Like 50%. That seems good. Yeah, and let's go Manflex. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of things. There was a glitch. There was a glitch. I didn't like that. If it crashes, I'm gonna cry. There was a glitch. That scared me. Okay, we're at V1 and rotate. Let's go up, 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 up. Okay, we have a positive rate. We're going to go gear up. Now I'm going to set AP1 because there's a lot of things. Wow, it actually looks really cool around here. Look at the views. Looks really cool around here. Let's bring the mic closer because... Wow, we've got a really cool left to... Oh, that is cool. That looks cool. That looks cool. The houses look terrible. Don't look at the houses. Just be in the moment. That looks really cool. Okay. Just keeping an eye on everything here. Waiting to go down to... Leave a climb. There we go. That's that. TCAS is what we didn't do. We're gonna set that to TARA. Okay. This is the thing that lets like X-Plane down. It's this kind of stuff. Right? There's no trees. It's just a picture of what it should look like. It still looks alright though. It looks alright. Can't complain. It looks okay. Okay, we're at 5,100 feet. It's a nice, it's a really nice kind of gliding left turn, you know, which is really cool. Hey Wilson, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. How you doing? That's cool. It's very soothing. It's very soothing. It's one of the reasons I love flight simming. It's like, yeah, there's so much responsibility, but once you know, once you're in the air and everything's safe and running smoothly, it's such a soothing feeling. You got like the best office view. Look at that view. That is beautiful. Let's put that back down. Don't need that. I just love it. I love it. Right, we're still at flaps 1. We'll wait until we approach the S speed and then we'll go flaps 0. We're at 7,500. There we go. Now let's enjoy some of the views. Right, so hopefully now... No, we're still at 170 knots. Now we're starting to speed up a little bit. Gustavo, my man, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. I haven't streamed in ages. And the reason I tried to squeeze it, I tried so hard to squeeze in a stream today because tomorrow, very early in the morning, I'm flying to Greece. I've got a few days off, so I needed to squeeze in a stream because what is happening to... Okay, I needed to 1 second, this is really... What is going on? Top of descent reached. Excuse me? This makes no sense. I'm literally just going to ignore it and keep going. Yeah, Gustavo, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's good to be back. So to try and squeeze in a stream today, then I'm away for a few days. So I'm going to try and do another stream. Let's go flaps up. I'm going to try and do another stream again soon. It'll probably be early next week. And then I'm moving house. So there's so much going on. But the good thing is, I now finally have a decent YouTube video out that so many people hopefully can enjoy. And that's kind of the direction I want to take the channel in. So I'm already working on other cool things. Hopefully the video doesn't disappoint. I worked very hard on it, and there's basically a lot more where that came from. Let's set this to standard as well. I don't know what's going on. What are our speeds looking like? 200, 265. It is picking up. It is picking up. Just really interesting. It's a whole therapy session. Doing my own flight right now. You're doing your own flight, you legend. It is a therapy session. For me, every flight is a therapy session. Not all therapy sessions go well, and not all flights go well. So some can be extremely stressful. But here we are. Just, enjoy every moment. So we're at 13,000 feet. So I'm already late to turn off the lights. We're going to leave that on. It's just the runway. Those lights are off. Nav logo stay on. Are they on? It looks a bit weird from there. That's off. That's on. Yeah. Strobes on. Beacons on. Okay. We can turn off the fasten seatbelt signs as well. Everyone can roam about the cabin. Oh, that's why. Yes, of course. I didn't put my altitude. Guys, I told you there was going to be stuff going seriously wrong. 38,000 feet is our cruising altitude. Today's just an all over the place flight. Today is one of those flights where we're just flying and we're like, let's see what happens. Gustavo, yeah, bro, that was an awesome experience. Don't know if there's any in social. What do you mean about the social bit? That's why it says top of descent, because it's flipping not 38,000. That's fine. 38. What do we have? Flight level 380. Oh, SoCal. Oh, sorry, man. I thought that said social. It's been a very long day. It's been a long day. Yeah, I don't even know where I am, and I'm not going to sleep that much tonight because I'm on a flight tomorrow morning. So it's just one of those days. One of those days. Do you know what I did today? I didn't even do much. There are two main hobbies, two interests that I have in terms of like simming. One is flight simming, obviously. And I'm obviously working quite hard on improving my skills and learning more. And soon we're going to have VAT sim incorporated, which is going to be really cool. The second hobby, which I picked up about a month ago, is Formula One. Just suddenly really, really interested. So I'm building a Formula One sim as well, with the hopes of actually competing in sim races online with other people, with like, actual prizes and things. So that's a very, very early stage. So I was basically practicing all day, and that's what I was doing today. So I've got a Ferrari Formula One wheel, which is epic, and I've just been practicing on that all day. So I wouldn't say it's hard work, but my brain's fried. 20,000. Everything seems to be... I think everything seems to be okay. So our top of descent is at 302, so 1502 in about, just over half an hour. Gustavo, nice to meet you. Yes, there will be two setups. There will. So I'm moving house next month. I already have a room that's going to be my sim room, so that's where I'm going to be streaming from. And I don't know exactly the layout yet, but the way I'm thinking of doing it is having my flight sim like this. So let's say you see me from the camera there, but behind me is going to be the F1 sim, and it's going to be like proper. It's going to look like, it's going to look cool. So like on my streams, you'll be able to see both sims, like one in the background when I'm streaming Formula One stuff. You'll see my flight sim behind me. So that's kind of the setup I'm going to go for. I haven't really promoted the other channel. It's brand new. There's nothing really on there yet, but I'm going to call it TFD Motorsport. So the Flight Director Motorsport, and it's going to be very similar branding. And that will be quite cool. But we're not here to take away from this stuff. The Flight Director channel is growing. I'm very, very grateful to everyone who liked the video, and the new video has been doing surprisingly well. I mean, we've gained about 140 new subscribers in the past 5 days, just from that video. So I am incredibly grateful. As long as you guys are enjoying the content, I'm gonna keep making it. That's the plan. That is the plan. The sky is looking beautiful here, the virtual skies. Quite a bit of rain. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, so now we can just chill for a bit. There's a lot of funky turns in this particular flight. We've got a few interesting turns here, and then when we're coming into land, we've got a few interesting U-turns. But it is what it is. We're sticking to the sky highways. Skyways. Here we are. Let's get some 38,000. Still good. Still got plenty to go. Let's get some views from the outside. Wow, that is interesting looking sky. Due to terrain, yeah, most likely. But the thing is, I don't know if they're set this way because of terrain. I mean, what kind of terrain are we looking at? Like, it's either terrain or it's some kind of, it's airspace related. I'm not too sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm not too sure. Definitely worth finding out though. It's getting quite dark in this room, so I think I need more light. I just don't want to see, that's overexposing my face. Nope. We don't need a shiny face on camera, do we? Swiss is a very cool airline. All the passengers are likely enjoying refreshments and stuff in the back, which is very cool. So we've got about a half hour of cruise, so we can chill. See, now I'm starting to see some mountainage there, but we're going to take a right turn soon, so we're kind of going in that direction. Beautiful right turn. I love looking at turns from like wing angles because it just looks really cool. My MacBook is very hot, but it's doing okay. It's doing okay. Okay. I do like my little setup here, and obviously will continue to expand and get better. But it's I don't know. Doing everything through a computer is not great. But the thing is, I also don't know if I want to go down the VR route. VR's amazing. It's amazing, don't get me wrong, amazing. But if I'm going to pay money to get hardware, like to get like wing control hardware and overhead an overhead panel, which I definitely want. I feel like I don't want the VR to take away from me enjoying how the panels look, so I think I want to enjoy the physical space. But then again, even if I go into a real flight deck again, there is going to be an element of disorientation, but it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I'm going to, pay to get hardware, I want to enjoy that hardware, how it looks, not just muscle memory. I was leaning more towards the eye trackers. Yeah, eye track is definitely worth it. So I think that's probably what I'll do. So when I get more things and I'm kind of surrounded, I'm going to build my own little cockpit. Possibly I'll get an eye tracker, because that will be cool. It then frees up my hands completely to actually, use the hardware. Man, I feel like I haven't streamed in so long. This all feels so weird. Right, 31. Let me see if I remember anything from what I learned last week when I was in a proper simulator for the or in a proper flight deck, basically, in a sim. Let's see if I remember anything. I'm not remembering anything so far. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully it's going to be nice and scenic when we arrive in Nice. I think I've landed there before. Possibly I've done this exact route before. But let's see how it goes. Oh man, it's been a long day. Gustavo, how it pushing you back in your seat? What, the bit? Oh, sorry, I missed the comment before. I get that in those sims you feel the... one sec, I need to turn on the fast and seatbelt sign because this is a little bit bumpy. Get that in those sims you feel the turns and climbs, but the only thing missing is the thrust feeling at takeoff and brake. So, yes, and a little bit of no. The sim that I was in is very advanced and it's 6-axis, so it, to an extent, I mean, ultimately, yeah, nothing's going to thrust you back in your seat, right? But to an extent, there is a bit of a thud because it also moves backwards and forwards, like laterally, like this way. So, okay, we can turn that back off again. Oh, now it's starting to look beautiful. Look at that sky. So, yeah, so when you take off, you do feel a thud, like moving back in your seat. But obviously it doesn't stay for long. And then when you brake, the thing goes down, but it goes forward as well. So when you brake, you do feel that forward, pull. I'd say it was real enough to just forget completely that you're in a sim. That's how real it felt. Like it felt like I was flying the real plane, and that is why I chose the title "Can a Flight Simmer Fly a Real Airbus?" because to a very, very large extent, flying in a sim like that, you're going to feel exactly as though you're flying the real thing. The sensations are pretty much identical. So no flight simmer can fly a real Airbus without a license, right? So that is as real as it gets. So I think if you can successfully fly one of those things, then you can rest assured, if anything happened on a flight, on an A320 flight at least, and you're a flight simmer who's done that, then yeah, there's a good chance you'll be able to help out. But the sensations you feel in that sim are just amazing. They're amazing. It's just awesome. It's such a great sim. And for anyone like visiting the UK, or if you're, you can get to Manchester, I would 100% book a slot, go and meet the guys there, and try it out, because it's just epic. It's just so cool. The dream, man. That's why, yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. And to be honest, I had my eyes on that sim for a while. I wanted to visit that sim because first of all, I did not realize how close it was to where I currently live. It was a 3-minute walk. Like, what? Yeah, I'm so glad I gave it a shot though. Been simming since 1999. You legend, man. That's amazing. So my simming journey started when I was a kid because I absolutely loved aviation. But what I loved about aviation is not simply aviation. Like, I'm not really a fan of flying in small planes. I'm not. I'm surrounded by helicopters a lot for work. I do a lot of work with helicopters, so I get to fly in helicopters from time to time. Yeah, it's great fun, but I wouldn't say, it's a dream. Even in small planes like Cessnas and Pipers, again, not a dream. What I loved about aviation was big planes. When I used to go on vacation when I was a kid with family, and I just loved big planes. And obviously the bigger the plane, the better. Then I started going on transatlantic flights where the aircraft is huge and you can walk around the cabin and it's just massive, and it's wide body. I was like, yeah, the bigger the better. So I loved commercial aviation. So I started messing around with simming, I'd say in the early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s, when Microsoft Flight Simulator X came out. And the one before that, I can't remember what the one before that was called, but I started with that one, then I moved to Flight Simulator X. And then I just stopped for years and years. 2004, that's it. So I had 2004 and then Flight Simulator X, and I loved it. And then, yeah, I stopped for years and years, I think, because I didn't really have a PC anymore. I was on laptops and stuff. And then last year, I got this computer for editing, and I was like, let me see if I can download like X-Plane or just, simple little sim so I can just play around. That was a year ago, for fun. And look at where we are now, a year later. I've got a YouTube channel that's growing, an audience that enjoys the content, and I'm like taking it seriously, trying to grow the channel. And I'm basically, average amateur flight simmer, and it just came about by chance. But yeah, love it, man. And if you've been simming, Gustavo, if you've been simming since 1999, that's amazing. You must have seen a big difference in like graphics and how the software's improved, how hardware's improved as well. Because now the niche is huge. The flight sim niche is massive. And next year I'm also going to FS Weekend in the Netherlands, and I'm also going to Flight Sim Expo in Vegas. I'm going to be at both events. So if anyone watching, if anyone who watches my stuff is interested in going to those events, I would highly recommend them because they are incredible. But it will be cool to meet. It will be cool to meet some of you guys as well. That'll be awesome. So here we are. Nothing is on fire yet. We're almost at cruise. I don't know why it still says top of descent reached. It's a bit weird. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've input something wrong. We're still 267 miles out, so that's quite a bit. We've got some time. That's a beautiful view, especially considering this is X-Plane on a Mac. That view's not bad. Sim Expo is in Vegas next year. Always try to attend. Yeah, so I've never been to Flight Sim Expo before. Only FS Weekend this year, but I heard that it's in Vegas next year, and that's been confirmed. And I cannot wait. I love Vegas. I love Vegas so much. So yeah, I'm definitely going, and I can't wait because there's going to be, by then, there's going to be so many cool announcements, new software, new hardware that's out, and I'm going to leave wanting to buy everything, which is normally the case with me. I love these views, man. That is so cool. Very soothing, very soothing. This is our therapy, isn't it? No dropped frames so far, so the internet seems stable. What's the frame rate like? We're at about 24 frames, so it should be okay. I am so grateful for all the views for the YouTube video that I released. I'm really glad people like it. They found it interesting. I had some like private messages as well, like on Instagram and things. People found it funny, and I tried to balance my content. I don't want my channel to be too much of anything. I want to be right in the middle. So yes, we're going to discuss some technical things at some point. Obviously, it all revolves around aviation, around flight simming. But I don't want to be too serious. I don't want to focus too much on technical things. And also, I want even people who aren't fanatics about aviation to also enjoy the content. You know, I want to make it interesting for a broad audience. Obviously, you know, there's going to be loads of people that just, you know, don't like the content. That's absolutely fine. But I don't want it to be hardcore, too technical. And that's why, yeah, I'm also working on other videos already that I'm trying to put together. One of them involves a real flight in a small plane, potentially a Cessna. And there's also going to be some helicopter stuff coming. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes, but it's interesting, yeah, because now I've got a clear trajectory of where I want to take the channel. And, yeah, I'm just really grateful for all the views. I mean, we've got 383 subscribers as of right now. And, yeah, the latest video is in the tens of thousands. I think we're at, just in 5 days, we're at over 12,000 views. So that's mind-blowing for me. absolutely mind-boggling. But yeah, man, just living the dream and enjoying every second. That's what we try to do, right? So this is what the pilots would be seeing at a cruise like this. We are currently at 38,000 feet. We're chilling. We are flying from Zurich to Nice. It should be a beautiful scenic approach because we'll be basically hovering over the water just before we land. So that should be pretty cool. Nice, thick, fluffy layer of clouds here. I'm not sure what the weather is like in Nice currently. Let's check. Weather in Nice. 25 degrees. Scattered clouds. Plenty of visibility. And about 7 knots of wind. Okay, so it's not crazy. Not crazy. Guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. It really helps the channel a lot. It helps the stream. And if you like aviation content, flight sim content, stuff like that, definitely subscribe to the channel. There's lots of cool videos that I'm working on in the background. Wow, the clouds have caught up with us at 38,000 feet. Interesting. That's a nice view, isn't it? Cloud is ruining the view. Flying with Swiss. There we go. And guys, this is X-Plane on a Mac Mini. This is the computer I'm running. So, I mean, taking that into account, I think it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Sitting down for so long is not comfortable though. Not very comfortable. We're at 75%. My iPad is charged enough. So I can put it where I normally have it because it's a bit inconvenient there. Put it here. There you go, now I can see a bit better. What are the views we got? There we go. It's so calming, isn't it? It's the kind of thing I could easily have in the background while I'm reading or, you know, studying or something. It's just so chilled. And tomorrow, I'm on a real flight very early in the morning, but unfortunately, they've stuck me at the back of the plane. And at the back of the plane, you can feel every bump of turbulence. It feels worse when you sit at the back. Yeah, not looking forward to that. And it's almost like a 4-hour flight. It's from the UK to Greece. It's going to be interesting. I need to just try and sleep. As soon as I get on board, start snoring. And there's a tip for you guys. If any of you guys get, like, you're afraid of turbulence or you get a little bit motion sick or anything like that, don't sit at the back of a plane ever. because everything is like heightened at the back. So if you look at the you know, the diagram of what a plane looks like. So basically, if we look at a plane like this, when it goes through turbulence, the front part doesn't, like, moves a little bit, but then that movement travels down the back, and by the time it gets to here, it's more extreme. I would have shown you if I had a pen, but basically, yeah, you hit turbulence, this bit doesn't move as much, but then the movements just get exaggerated the further back they go. So basically tomorrow, I'm flying on an A320 tomorrow, and I'll be sitting basically right here. So if there's any turbulence, I'll be like on a swing. Not going to be fun. So hopefully, let's hope, fingers crossed, tomorrow's flight's going to be calm. Because if it's not, Anyway, Gustavo, that's a fun part for you. What you like sitting at the back? I mean, look, if you're, yeah, right, exactly. If you're fine with turbulence, it's fine. But how weird would that be? Because technically, if you look down the front of the plane, if you're sitting at the back and you look forward, and you look at the first few seats, and they're just like a little bit like this, and you're like flying up and down behind them, like, I don't know. It's like, it's hard to fathom. It's hard to imagine. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. If you like roller coasters, sit at the back of a plane, because any turbulence, you will be flying about. It sounds like there's fireworks outside. What could possibly be happening? That is weird. Except for the laboratory smoke. Well, yeah, that's the thing. If I'm sitting at the back, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Yeah. So we're staring at the back toilet, basically. So I'm on a real flight tomorrow, and let me see. I think this is my seat here. That's my seat. So if there is turbulence and there's a lot of scared people, I'm going to be right next to the horrible smelling laboratory. Thanks for reminding me, mate. That's really making me look forward to tomorrow's flight. Everything looks so, like, small from 38,000 feet. No matter what problems you have in life, when you're at this altitude and you're flying, it's almost like everything's on pause. Everything feels insignificant until you land again, and then you're like, oh, okay, back to reality. So we've got quite a strong headwind here. We've got a 49 knot headwind, bit of a crosswind as well. So let's see. So we've got 184 miles to go. No way, did we actually? We didn't pass our top of descent. What is going on? Enoba. One sec, I'm a bit confused here now. Enoba is there. Okay. Destination data. Top of descent is at 15:01. Okay, so in 3 minutes. Okay, let's do our destination data then. Good opportunity to do that. Okay, so Nice, I've already got it all here. So the current QNH is 1011. The temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Now, our winds, we've got 350 degrees at 7 knots, so not too bad. I feel like I want to sneeze, and now is not the time. Barra ref, so let's go 401 for barra ref. Full landing config. Okay, so basically at 50 knots, we can start our descent now. There's no problem at all. Let's clear ourselves down, all the way down to about 3,000. That should be fine. Okay, let's go. Top of descent reached. We begin our descent into Nice. I just punched my monitor. All I wanted to do was check that my MacBook's not overheating. iMac. Yeah, the computer's definitely very hot. We're at 25 degrees. Wow, I proper smacked that. Did you see? Let's go back. Okay. Okay. So far so good. This might get a little bit bumpy, so we might have to put the fasten seatbelt signs on. Butter landing, bro. I'll catch you next time. Safe travel. Thanks, man. Good to see you, as always. And I'll catch you soon. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, man. Have a good one. So, let's see. Let's see what this landing is going to be like. I feel like I haven't actually done a landing here in ages. Okay, it's getting bumpy, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the fasten seatbelt signs. Please sit down. We don't want anyone getting injured. Okay, we're descending nicely, 155 miles out. So, I'm thinking of letting the plane manage the speed, although it always terrifies me when it does, because it seems a little bit abrupt. FI04 left, so basically we're entering there at 179. So I'm down to 138. I'm just going to let it do its thing, and we'll just keep an eye on it. Okay, now we're getting a little bit bumpy. Can we see any wing flex? Oh, a little bit, not a lot. That's a very satisfying amount of wing flex. It's like, you know, you can feel the turbulence, but it's not crazy, it's not scary. Unless you're sitting in the back. That's alright, it's not too much. My side stick's vibrating, so there's definitely some turbulence. What do we have? We have a 47 knot headwind. 48 knot headwind. Is this up to date? Because this... Oh, this. Have a discrepancy. Oh, wow, okay. That's going to be interesting. So in order to maintain the daylight in the sim, I kind of went back by like 5 hours. but this is using current time. So there is a chance this landing's going to be terrible. But we will find out. Let's enjoy the views of these terrifying looking clouds for now. Okay, let's see where we are. Um, 04 left is where we're landing. That looks correct on here. So we've got a couple interesting turns coming up. We're going to take like a left turn, go out, right turn, like a U-turn, and come back. But it should be quite a nice approach if the weather's not disgusting. Yeah, over the water, straight into the runway. So it should be quite a scenic approach. I mean, already this looks awesome. That looks cool. I don't want to take these nice views for granted, because I do know that obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator has the wow factor for graphics and how things look. But X-Plane on Mac with like hardly any third-party scenery add-ons, it's not bad. I keep saying it from stream to stream, but like I am impressed. I'm impressed by how this looks. Knowing I don't have it on ultra settings, you know, X-Plane is improving significantly. That side looks terrifying. Also reflections, light reflections as well. Like they look really good. X-Plane's done a really good job. So seatbelt signs are still on. That's fine, we can leave them on. 124 miles out, so it's still quite a bit. 18,000 feet. It's quite a long time to ask people to stay in their seats, isn't it? If someone needs the toilet, they're in trouble. Everything's looking good so far. Everything's looking miserable. Well, that's a bit better. This was supposed to be a nice scenic approach. And it looks horrible. There's the bounce. Bouncy, bouncy. See some of that wing flex. That looks fake now. Though, I don't know what happened to the rain, but that looks like a cartoon. Why? Why does rain break my aircraft? That looks like it just came out of The Simpsons. I'm just gonna staying here for now. Right, this is very bumpy indeed. We are at 16,000 feet. I can't even read it because it's moving so much. Where are we at? 16,900 feet. This is... Why is the weather so bad, bro? Oh, if it's like this when we're landing, it's going to be a miserable landing. But it is what it is. Let's test our skills. We got this. This is a miserable looking flight. So how far are we? 103 miles out. Step deleted. Who asked you to delete step? Who? Because I didn't. $3,000. Where's Lempu? Where's Lempu? What? Neras? Neras? I'm really confused. What is going on here? We've got we've got a Turkey. We've got Neras, which is it's correct, and then after Neras, I'm quite confused, but we will find out what's happening quite shortly. I can't tell. No, it's still daylight. It's so dark. It feels like it's really late in the day, but it's not. I put it back like 5 hours. It's just really dark and miserable. Yeah, you can still see it's still a bright day above the clouds. I'm going to need to put the dome lights to bright. Going to set everything a bit brighter. Okay, we are 85 miles out, so we can start thinking about our approach checklist. So approach checks. We're starting with baro ref, which is set in the system. We've set it as 1011, but actually it's gone up to 1012. Let's change that. Nice 1012. Let's see if we've got any decent angles here. That looks a little bit better. Frame rate is about 25-ish. Okay. Seatbelts are indeed on because it's way too bumpy. Minimums are set. We set them to 401 and they're there, 401. Good stuff. Auto brake. Let's go with medium. And engine mode select is normal. So that's our approach checks complete. And if any of you guys want the checklist that I made, the A320 checklist, you can get it for free in the link in my bio on the YouTube channel, on the link tree. Didn't realize how many people actually wanted that. I'm really happy to see that. I've had loads of downloads, so yeah, definitely make the most of that while it's free. So we're going to take a big right turn here. We're currently chilling at 17,000 until after we make the turn. Then we're going to start descending lower and start slowing down, hopefully, because we are way too fast. So we have commenced the turn and we can't see anything. Can't really see anything, but there we go. Right. Let's nail this landing, shall we? Josh, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome. I'm trying to stay sane while we're preparing to land at Nice. Our flight today was from Zurich to Nice, yeah. We're just on approach. Josh, good. Seems I've joined the best time. Yes, you have indeed. Your timing is perfect. You'll see me make a fool out myself at this landing, but you're here, so you're very welcome. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Now we're descending further, so we just want to make sure we're going to start decelerating before Lempu and then 179, 138. Every time, I mean, I say this on every stream, every time I let the aircraft handle its own speeds when we're coming into land, it feels like everything is at the last minute. But, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see how it goes. I mean, yeah, it's probably true that I do like to probably be over-prepared when I can. So I start slowing down way before, make sure that everything is like fully configured and everything's beautifully set up. Probably a little bit too early because I'm not currently using ATC. I will be using VATSIM very soon. But because I'm not currently using ATC, that's a luxury that I had. I probably don't need to configure that far behind, but well, now I can't anyway because we're following the aircraft's lead, so we will we'll do what we can. So just so we know here, let me just read the missed approach information because the weather sucks. So missed approach, climb on heading 42, then turn right, climbing at 3,000. So basically our go-around altitude is 3,000 feet, so that's perfect. That's basically already set. That's what we've cleared ourselves down to. So that's fine. So we're currently above the water, so it should start getting nice and scenic now for this approach. Ah, I see. It's not taking us normally. So if you see this here, can I move it, please? Please. So this, we're going. It's now taking us in a straight line, whereas normally what the plan should be is to go round here, go, and then take a big right turn. I closed it. Take a big right turn and come back here. But now we're just going straight there, which... Oh. Seems a bit interesting. See what I mean? We're already 44 miles out. I would already start prepping myself now for... You know, thinking about flaps and thinking about, you know, fully configuring the aircraft. But the aircraft has other plans. So we're coming down to 208. So we are slowing down slowly. Okay. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. No need to panic. Can't see much, it's quite thick in terms of clouds. I love landing like really close to the water. It's quite cool. This is one of those beautiful approaches. We can zoom in now. We're at 10,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and set that there at 1012. That's correct. That's correct, and that is also correct. Yeah, we can do that. Josh, not best weather for landing. Yeah, and it was extremely windy before. I mean, it's still relatively windy. We've got a headwind, slight crosswind of 32 knots. So, and that will likely mean that we're going to have a tailwind. And that could potentially be an issue. We're going to have exactly a tailwind. Let's hope it gets a bit lower than that. So yeah, you are right. It's not the best weather for landing. But we will do it. I have faith. Got plenty of fuel on board, probably way more than we needed. Okay, we're coming underneath the clouds nicely. $8,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on all our lights. What is my mouse doing? Why is my mouse? Nothing is working today. Okay. On, and on. We can... You can go away. We can make an announcement. And it's raining. Horrible weather for landing. Had to be something. .7 miles out. I can't even lower the flaps yet. We have to wait. Which add-on do you mean? That looks beautiful. Oh, the announcements. Good Good job. You reminded me because I just use all these things without realizing. So I'm on X-Plane 12 on a Mac Mini. So everything I have obviously has to be compatible with Mac, and it's called 3J Cabin. I think that's it. 3J Cabin. And it's free. It's free, which is pretty cool. I think you can put your own sounds into it. It doesn't come with like. It comes with quite a few, but obviously not every airline. The safety videos. I mean, I've only got a few, and they don't all work. So it's a bit temperamental. But some of the announcements work automatically. So when you land, an announcement will come on automatically. Just after you take off, one of the announcements comes on automatically. So it can be really cool. Can be really cool. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So we should be landing like somewhere here. I think we're at 240 knots. We're still too fast to lower any flaps. Basically, we're going to start configuring everything when we get to like short final, because we have to wait and see. Guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. It helps the stream and the channel very much. And subscribe to the channel if you like aviation content. There's a lot of cool stuff that I'm working on. $220. Right, when are you going to start? So now we're going to go down to 208. That's good. We can start thinking about flaps. 138. We are 15 miles out. There we go, right above the beautiful sea. That water looks nice. I mean, we don't want to land in it, but it looks cool. Nice colour. $220. Right, are you going to let me go flaps 1 or not? Yeah, boy. 220, that's good. Now we can start configuring ourselves, and then we'll go through our landing checks. Right. We need it to be a lot lower than we are. Okay, we're at flaps 1. Is it going to let us? No, it won't let us. Slow down more. Slow down more. Some speed brake. Slow down. I'm forcing it to slow down. See what I mean? This aircraft wants to go so fast until the last second. See, that doesn't make sense now. It wants us to land at 200 knots. No, thank you. Oh, it is slowing us down, though. Oh, no, there we go. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. 138. Okay. Good stuff. We can go flaps 3. And where are we? We're 8 miles out. So in a couple of miles, we'll go gear down. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm kind of happy with that. Kind of happy with that. No, we are way too high. We are way too high. I'm going to have to go flaps down. Flaps full. Gear down. Guys, I do not know what happened there. We have to arm the spoilers. I do not know what happened there, but that was... Why did that happen? We're nose diving. We are nose diving.
2,500.
Sorry about that, guys. We are nose diving. I mean, technically, it looks worse than it is. We're not actually... we're not... It's not a dangerous amount, but it's...
2,000.
Cabin check. Please be seated for landing. Gears down, everything looks good. So, landing checks somehow while I'm flying manually. Go around altitude is set to 3,000. Cabin crew's been advised, ECAM memos, landing no blue. Landing complete. Landing checks complete, rather. We were way, way, way too high. I don't know why...
1,000.
I don't know why that happened. I must have done something. Here we go. Here we go, yeah. Okay, now we can follow the flight director a little bit. Hopefully it should help. Right, okay, we have a headwind, so that's safe. Gonna go left a little bit. Very high. Very high. So I'm trying to do too many things at once, which is not a good thing.
500.
Down. We are fully configured indeed.
100 above.
Whoa, we're very high. Very high.
400.
Nope.
Minimum.
We're not sinking. Don't worry about that.
300.
Guys, this is horrific. Well, way too high. I think it's going to have to be a go around. I think it will have to be a go around.
100. 50.
Is it going to be a go around?
30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, well, it was a horrific landing. I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks and my landings suck. That should have been a go around. But as I said, I have a flight in the morning, and if I can get this bad boy down, I will. 17 knots. Right, let's brake here. Let's brake here. Let's brake. I am down. That was terrible. Terrible. Definitely should have been a go around. It was unstable. We were too high too early. But good job it's a sim and not real life. Although this stuff does happen in real life too. Right, I don't have a first officer, so I'm gonna have to do all this cool stuff myself. I'm gonna turn off these. That can go there. Right, APU. I can go down. That was interesting. That was very interesting. We're not really gonna fit there. Let's go right. Yeah, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, there's a space here. We'll go back and review that landing. I think that was probably, in terms of landing rate, that was 500 at least. But hey, they can't all be good. I've had some pretty decent landings recently, so every once in a while I'm allowed to have a landing that completely sucks. That was a nice short taxi to the gate. And yeah, you can tell it's been raining. Come on, I'm on the line. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on, 1 meter left. We got this. We got this. We got this. How? That was... It's just not my day. Okay, so we can turn on... do you know what? We don't even need the APU. I'm going to connect the GPU here. External power, chocks on. We've got external power available. On. We're going to turn off the engines. I forgot to put the flaps up. I don't even know if they're going to go up now. Seatbelt signs can come off. Don't worry about the GPU. APU, it can turn off. So that can come off. Strobe was already there. Beacon can come off. Let's connect the jetway. Oh, it was already attached. Sorry. Flaps are still extended. Yeah, boy, this is a horrible flight. Let's go. Okay, before, let me just see what Volanta said. So, I'm estimating it was about 500 landing rate, minus 500. Let's see what Volanta says. 514. I was close. So let's see this horrific landing from some different angles. So how do I do this? Toggle replay mode. Let's see if the sim will crash. No, we're okay. So it all starts from here. Look, they can't all be good, right? Some have to absolutely suck. This is one of them. Yeah, absolute slammeroonie. Oh, I'm nowhere near the center line either. Perfect. Look, if we're going to get one thing wrong, we might as well get everything wrong. So then we can just say nothing went right. So I was off the center line, slammed it down. Although to an extent you do want a firm landing when it's wet, but that was next level firm. Let's see it from here. Oh, let's go a bit further back. Go on, slam it. Boom. Oh man, I wasn't on the center line at all. I should have just said, look, if we're going to get this so wrong, let's just land on a taxiway. Because why not? And I'm going to say something that... not horrific considering conditions. Yeah, true. I mean, it's wet, right? So you do want it to be firm. But as a friend of mine said in a recent YouTube video that I uploaded, the number of landings equals the number of takeoffs. So that's a good thing. At least we landed. And people get to walk away from the flight. Right, what other angles can we enjoy this disgusting landing from? Let's try that one. This one's going to be good. Let's look at the wing flex. This is what a slammer looks like as a passenger. Bang! That was bad. That was bad. We'll do one more. We'll do one more angle from the belly. The city looks great though, doesn't it? Looks really cool scenery. Right. For those of you who just joined, this was a disgusting slammer of a landing, which was completely off the center line. We're just enjoying it from different angles and laughing at it. Josh, X-Plane looks good. It doesn't look bad, does it? Especially on a Mac. Go on, slam, slam. Bang. I mean, it's wet. It's very wet. You can see that it's contaminated with a lot of water, so that was at least safe. But I was way off the center line. Well, there we go. We're down. One takeoff, one landing. We're down. We can go back to where we are now. There we go. We may... Actually, I'm surprised. It actually looks... That looks alright. That doesn't look bad at all in terms of scenery. We are safe, so that can come off now. There we go. So, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I haven't streamed in ages, and I am up very early tomorrow morning. I'm on a real flight, so I'm going to go get some sleep. But thank you to everyone who joined. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of cool aviation content I'm working on. I did just release a YouTube video. Hopefully you guys will like it. It's a very special one. It's quite fun. And yeah, there's a lot more cool stuff coming soon. Josh, hopefully I'll see you next time. I really hope you do. You're welcome to the channel. Great to have you here. Great to chat to you. And I'll see you guys soon. Until the next one, fly safe. And I'll catch you later. Take care.